effects on your compositions that you have to practice that. And we got the idea that how to use that. So, but I'm again suggesting it to you that please practice brainstorming before writing a compositions. And if you want to create a masterpiece that you can do with well-deserved planning. Next, please. Yes, this is FCR approach. This approach can be managed under specific circumstances, particularly when examiner is basically asking it to you that what is the solutions, what is the remedial measures, how to resolve that, how to solve that. So when examiner is prompting you to give your own suggestions, your recommendations, your preferences, and your point of view, so then this approach has an everlasting benefit. And second advantage of this approach obviously can create a change story. The first you will discuss about the findings is, and the second one is conclusion and recommendations. So finding stands for what is an issue. For example, that traffic congestions is one of the most serious concern among nowadays, and the public transportation might be a very suitable solutions for that. In your point of view, what will be other solutions will be reduce traffic congestions on the roads. That's a question. So you will look at that, the question, the idea, the question, the traffic congestions. Problem actually exists there. And why problem exists in fact in your society? Because there are a lot of vehicles on the road randomly, unsequentially, or into a non-formulative form. It will become the cause of spots, and it creates in fact that a long waiting queues. So it may be a lot of things in your mind, and how to solve that. So obviously the problem exists and you got the reasons and how to solve that. The problem will be solved by, and we gave a very stupid suggestions, government should have to increase the petrol prices. In that way the traffic congestions can be remarkably reduced, because everybody will like to come on public transportation, nobody will like to use like this one. मुझे कभी-कभी मैं एग्जांपल्स ये मैं बहुत पहले सोचता था, लेकिन मुझे ऐसा लगा कि शायद मेरी एग्जांपल्स ही गवर्नमेंट फॉलो कर रही होती है, वो इन्हीं चीज़ों के ऊपर ही डिज़ाइन किया उन्होंने। हम सरप्राइज के 8 बजे आप बंद कर दें, हमें कहा 6 बजे बंद कर दें, कारोबारी ना करें आप ना, सोल्यूशन ही इनको ख़त्म करते, सोल्यूशन ही प्रॉब्लम का सोल्यूशन ही ख़त्म कर दिया। So as a student you need to make your scrap page into 3 different columns, okay? In the first column, you can write about the findings. You can actually look at the questions. What is an issue? What is a problem? What is actually is the main question has been addressed in this situation. You can be able to find the finding. And you can actually look at the second column. When you actually designated your problem, obviously you have to look at the sense of why this problem over here. And you can look at the sense of why, so you can be focused on that. That will be the most eminent reason, that will be the secondary reason, that will be the most important reason. So you can write anything into a particular sequence, is why issue exists here. And recommendations is there that how to solve that. So obviously you could give some solutions, some resolutions, some kind of remedial measures, some kind of parameters to handle the situations more technically. I'm giving you one example that we've been working in fact in the KFC market, and we came to know that the sales of this particular this outlet has reduced a lot. Means their sale has been drastically down, and eventually that we need to apply that approach actually to conceive the problem. The problem was actually the sales was in fact that drastically reduced, and obviously that how we come to know that. We have actually calculated the last month's ledger balance and this month's ledger balance, and we came to know the sales has been lost that. And obviously why the sales has been reduced, so you have a lot of perspective in your mind, and give me any reason that why sales was
Low quality of food.
Low quality of food, because our customers were not liking the food because the quality was unhygienic, or it was not properly and hygienically cooked. It is one of the most important reasons. So if this is a kind of problem persists with you, so obviously anything can help you to solve that. How to solve this problem? Improve the quality of the product or any kind of commodity which you are selling there. This is a kind of one situation. So you can look at that. The problem is here. You got the reasons of the problem and you get the solutions. And everything is sequentials. Everything into a chain story. And writer and your reader has got that. You addressed very well your questions and you have found out the rationality, and then you give some solution, some kind of point of view, which obviously is a part of your composition. So you can actually manufacture your compositions in that way, which can make a chain story, which can be in sequence. Any other reasons do you think that sales maybe went down?
High prices.
High prices, yes, it is also one of the most reasons the price was comparatively high. And because your competitor is actually offering the similar product with similar taste, with similar ingredients, with low prices, it's obviously difficult to retain in the market. So you have to give some solutions as well, that obviously you need to give attention to your pricing strategy and to decide that which pricing will be more effective and more efficient to sell your product. And obviously this may be a very effective solutions to that. Any other problem this KFC sale actually has been?
Not giving a good service.
Not giving customer services. Obviously, this is also an important point of view of any organizations who like to sell that. So they are not being well treated. The people, they're not giving them a good invitation. They don't give them a good smiling face. They don't want to. They want to pretend that they don't need more customers. Surprisingly. So this is the kind of situations you are going to encounter. So how to solve that?
Give them high five.
Give them
high fives.
High fives, yes, yeah. Exactly. And that's why actually I most of the time as a feminist, I consider that why women actually are going to be employed more on advertisement of male products. So that actually one of the most ostentatious tool which has been very much prevalent in a society. But your answer actually will be always right. So recommendations can be given that how to solve that issues. Give them a smiling face. Obviously, I can teach my front officers always give the smile. Even you have a fight with your husband, you give them a smile when the customer is sitting in front of you. You actually don't have prices in your petrol, but give them a smile, because they don't know about your problem and they know only their problems. So a smiling face actually will resolve a lot of situation. That is the most selling debate in a customer services department. I ask most of the time, use two things: smiling face and sir and please.
Yes.
और ये प्रैक्टिस ही नहीं है हमारे पास ना. और मुझे अक्सर स्टूडेंट्स कहते हैं कि आप हमें सर क्यों कहते हैं ना. मैं कि मेरी इतनी प्रैक्टिस है कि मैं स्टूडेंट्स को सर कहता हूँ मैं. Is it clear?
Yes.
So this is the situations you have to follow. Is we can call them a mental gymnasium, and this is obviously stimulate your brain, and you need to practice in these 10 minutes that to find out a lot of things in your mind. Okay, next please. Yes, this is the stage 3. You have got a lot of material in your mind, and according to my specific preferences of suggestions, I think the 5 points are adequately enough to write a masterpiece. 5 points are enough. और ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग के दौरान आपने मेरे ख्याल में शायद 20-25 पॉइंट्स एक्सट्रैक्ट कर लिए होंगे। अब आपने उनमें से 5 पॉइंट्स को मतलब फोकस रखना है कि इन 5 पॉइंट्स के ऊपर मैं 5 पैराग्राफ डिजाइन करूंगा, अपनी कॉम्पोजिशंस को क्लोज करूंगा। पहला पैराग्राफ ऑब्वियसली इट विल बी योर प्रिवेइंग, यू हैव टू बी पैराफ्रेज योर कॉम्पोजिशंस, गिव योर ओपिनियन एंड गिव योर स्टैंस दैट आई विल टेक this stance and I will prove into my preceding paragraphs. And the last paragraph is your conclusive paragraph, is your conclusion. Obviously you will like to give a finalizations, you'll give them finalizations. So and between them 3 paragraphs you have to be think about the screening process. Screening, presenting an argument into logical order. I can give you some examples that which can clarify your brain that what does it mean by screening. Screening means that you have to be decisively to give direction to your brain into one directions. For example, that how many students are wearing trousers? So many, but in fact that your brain is giving directions to one specific directions that you're looking for that. So how many are wearing polo shirts? Is a kind of mental directions. How many are wearing glasses? I'm giving in fact that deciding a screening process and to thinking into directions into this specific sequence. So basically you have to look at your all points and find at them which point has any synchronizations or any kind of relationship with another point and which point is different and dispel from other situations. So you will decide that. So the first sequentials, which has been popularly written into a lot of situations, is a time sequence or a chronology. What is meant by word chronology?
In order.
In order, basically. Chron means a sequence, logy means a scientific study of any sequence is chronology. When you're moving something in a chronically or in any kind of order of situations is chronology. So for example, that if I'll just ask the questions to you, how did you spend your day? You make an essay on your day. So how would you like to start that? You can say that I got up at 6 a.m. okay, and 6:30 I took my breakfast, okay, and 7 o'clock I rushed to the university. I took my first lectures at 8 and then I got free in after half an hour and then I rushed to another course of psychology and then I took my lunch at 12. This is in fact the sequence has been introduced in your composition, so your brain actually is monitoring the directions that you are proceeding and you are developing your composition into a time sequence situations. So sometimes we can actually use the word like firstly, secondly, thirdly and finally. So you are giving a sequence of the compositions over here. Next one, this strategy can be worked most of the time. Advantages and disadvantages. Okay, got that? Means here that you have to use a specific denominations. Are you familiar with the word like a specific denominations? Have you got an opportunity of playing cards? Okay, they have a different denominations. Pictures होती हैं, उस पर denominations होती हैं, आपको match करनी होती हैं denominations. So obviously, if I'll ask you that put them into an order, so you will ask them, it will be in 4 orders. So this is denomination. Anything which will be on a specific quality is a denominations. So हम normally ये word उस पर भी use करते हैं, यार मुझे बैंक में खड़ा मुझे 20 रुपीस के denomination notes दे दें, मुझे 50 के denominations के नोट, मतलब सारे जो notes होने चाहिए 50 की कॉपी में होने चाहिए, मतलब 50 डिनोमिनेशंस उसकी, मतलब उस डिनोमिनेशंस इस सेंस में है। आपकी सेंस राइटिंग के अंदर होनी चाहिए कि आप एडवांटेजेस ले रहे हैं कि द मनी शुड बी स्पेंट ऑन मोर स्पेस एक्सप्लोरेशंस और मनी शुड बी स्पेंट मोर ऑन एलिमिनेटिंग पॉवर्टी, सो कंपैरिजन लाइज बिटवीन दैट, और यू आर सेइंग दैट it is wise that parents actually are the better people who can teach their children how to be healthy and how to spend a good food, or is it the school's teachers actually will be in positions to decide that which food and which kind of lifestyle is healthy and how to we keep them healthy. So you have got a lot of things and you have got a lot of disadvantages as well. So put them into two different orders, that this point is linked with my eliminating poverty, so put them into this cluster, and this point actually जो syllable है वो info है आपका. Info is coming from information. आप कोई चीज़ को मेंशन कर रहे हैं, मशीनी तौर पे तैयार कर रहे हैं, तो वो information है. Indirect, yes. Control. Insanity, yes, insanity.
Enthusiast.
Yes.
Enthusiast.
नहीं, वो enthusiastic है, वो en से है. Enthusiastic. Controversy, yes. अब इस वर्ड को देखें कितना आपको और भी एंजॉय करवाएगा ये वर्ड. Controversy. Versy comes from verse. Verse come from sayings. Saying come from your own words. हम कहते हैं controversy. क्यों भाई controversy? क्योंकि ये जो बात कह रही है इसकी अपनी बात के ही खिलाफ हो रही है. So it's a controversial. Contraveny. Vain की sense contraveny. So contraveny against that. Counteract, contradict. इस वर्ड को भी तोड़ेंगे आप ना. Contradict. Dict को डिक्शनरी से निकालें. Dict को स्टाइल से निकालें. Dict को राइटिंग फ्रेजेस से निकालें. Contradict because जो ये लिख रहा है वो खुद ही उसकी बात की मतलब उसकी सेल्फ हाँ उसकी कर रहा है वो. Contradict. Addict भी किसी स्टाइल में बहुत ज़्यादा होना addictions में आ जाता है. मतलब वो इसी स्टाइल के अंदर ही addict है. तो addiction is a particular things doing again or again. Is addict. आप डिक्शनरी देखें, डिक्शन देखें. Dictations, yes. Dictators, yes. वो भी कहते हैं करो फौरन. Dictators, they have a style for doing something. इन वर्ड्स के पीछे पूरी साइंस मौजूद है. ये मतलब खुद ब खुद नहीं पैदा हो गए.
पैदा किए गए.
हाँ, इनको एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है IPA, इंटरनेशनल फोनेटिक्स एसोसिएशन, जिसने इसको पैदा किया है. वर्ड था controvertible, उसने यूज किया. incontrovertible मीन्स के उसकी बात इतनी में क्लैरिटी है उसके अंदर. दो नेगेटिव प्रीफिक्स हुए हैं वो पॉजिटिव बना देते हैं सेंट. आप दो इमीडिएट यूज करेंगे वो पॉजिटिव, और जब उसने तीन कहते हैं ना नेगेटिव यूज किए तो ये वर्ड पॉजिटिव हो गया था. अनइनकॉन्ट्रोवर्टिबल मीन्स इसके भी कहने के अंदर मतलब कंट्रोवर्सी है. लेकिन जब मैं वर्ड यूज कर रहा हूं इनकॉन्ट्रोवर्टिबल तो मैं ही कह रहा हूं कि उसके अंदर नहीं है. मतलब पहला नेगेटिव प्रीफिक्स, दूसरा नेगेटिव प्रीफिक्स, पॉजिटिव बना दिया, तीसरा यूज किया फिर नेगेटिव, चौथा यूज किया तो फिर वो पॉजिटिव हो गया. हो ही नहीं सकती वो ना. अनइनकॉन्ट्रोवर्टिबल्स इसका मतलब है कि है, क्योंकि तीन हो गए ना. फर्स्ट कंसू नेगेटिव, सेकंड एंड थर्ड विल बिकम अ पॉजिटिव. लेकिन अगर ये होता सिर्फ अन ना होता तो ये भी नेगेटिव था, ये भी नेगेटिव था, तो इसने वर्ड्स को पॉजिटिव कर देना था. Unincontrovertible means, what is meant by word incontrovertible? Means that his arguments is incontrovertible. Everybody would like to unanimously selected them, and his ideas was so clear and candid that nobody was disagreed with him. It was inevitably agreed.
Like to happen something.
To happen? नहीं, इनकॉन्ट्रोवर्टिबल की सेंस ये है कि मतलब
Sure in his idea.
assured in ideas, मतलब इसके अंदर कोई hypothesis नहीं है, इसके अंदर कोई doubts नहीं है, इसके अंदर कोई presumptions नहीं है, मतलब ये ऐसी बात कर रहा है, solid idea है उसका, मतलब उसकी discussions के ऊपर कोई question नहीं किया जा सकता, उसकी thoughts इतनी ज़्यादा clarity के अंदर, explicitness के अंदर हैं कि वो मतलब incontrovertible है, like a bone. ठीक है, आज के लिए इतने वर्ड्स काफी हैं. Sense of making spending more money in space explorations, or so you can be discuss in this way. So you will decide that this point is relevant with advantages of good factors or bad factors. So whatever the situation, you will decide your situation accordingly. This is another screening process by which you can decide your compositions eloquently. Got that?
Yes.
अगर समझ नहीं आई तो मैं दोबारा रिपीट करता हूँ. Repeat?
Yes.
Clear? Okay, thank you. The last one, cause and effect. This is a very tremendous way of screening your compositions onto this idea that there is a cause and there is a effect. There is a cause and there is a effect. Have you ever seen a smoke without a fire?
No.
No. Obviously, there is a relationship between a smoke and a fire. So cause and effect. So fire actually produce and a smoke. So this is the kind of situation. So you will decide your compositions into that relative form. We have already may have a lot of discussions on FCR approach. This is the reason and that is the solutions. This was a problem and that is an effect. So look at that situations why a lot of Pakistani students are planning to go for abroad. For finding a better job opportunities, for better employment opportunities. Yes?
Yes.
You can say anything. No worries.
Yazidi Nizam.
यजीदी निज़ाम, exactly. वो हम उसको बोलते हैं the pharaoh tool, फिरौनियत जो है. और इसकी इंग्लिश एक इंग्लिश का बड़ा अच्छा वर्ड यूज़ करते हैं ऑस्ट्रेसाइजेशंस, और अंग्रेज़ इसको कहते हैं इस वर्ड के अंदर इस सिस्टम के अंदर जिसमें मतलब ऑटोक्रेसी. देयर इज़ नो डेमोक्रेसी, इज़ ऑटोक्रेसी. देयर इज़ अ डिक्टेटरशिप. ये भी एक eminent reason है why students are actually I've been doing consultancy since last many years. I send hundreds of students. लेकिन ये जो 25-24 के years में मैंने देखा है, it was मतलब एक बहुत ज़्यादा drainage हुआ है और बड़ा intellectual drainage हुआ है. मतलब सारे जो बच्चे थे बाहर चले गए. They don't want to stay here. अब उसमें अच्छे भी थे बुरे भी थे, सारे वो मतलब उनका मकसद था कि हमने अपनी ज़िंदगी किसी एक ट्रैक पे गुजारनी है और यहाँ हमें ट्रैक नहीं मिल रहा. और वो तंग आके मुझे कह रहे थे, हाशिम साहब आप क्या कर रहे हैं इस मुल्क में ना. मैं कहा I'm actually basically assembling you. I'm assembling you to. हाँ. So it was all about today that so it was a theoretical discussion. So आप इसको practice किया करें. मैंने group बनाया हुआ है. I'm afraid that इस group पे मैं भी comment नहीं कर सका, लेकिन आप उसमें comments अपने चीज़ें upload करें, अपनी चीज़ें ताकि मैं उनको पढूं और फिर मैं फिर comments देता रहूँ आपको ना. आपको मैं एक चीज़ बता दूँ कि writing में अच्छा score लेना है तो कम से कम जो आपका writing ऐसे है ना वो 30 times must be evaluated by your teacher. 30 दफ़ा उसको एवेल्यूएट ज़रूर करवाएं एग्जामिनेशन में बैठने से पहले. और मैं किसी भी मॉड्यूल को इतना कॉम्प्लिकेटेड कंसीडर नहीं करता जितना राइटिंग को करता हूँ. ये मतलब इट नीड्स अ लॉट ऑफ प्रैक्टिस, लॉट ऑफ एक्सपर्टीज टू राइट इनटू ए गुड फॉर्मेट, क्योंकि हमने आपकी जो फ्रीलांसिंग स्किल्स हैं और आपकी जो स्पॉन्टेनिटी है इसको कम करना है. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट स्लाइड पे चलें. Yes, so I'll be able to finish my lectures by giving these slides. So how to start a conversations, how to accelerate your conversations, or how to start your compositions. मतलब आपको पहला पैराग्राफ कैसे लिखना है? और मैं normally I felt कि your first impression is often a last impressions. तो आपका जो पहला पैराग्राफ है उसका बड़ा एक इम्प्रेसिव फीडबैक होना चाहिए आपके स्पेक्टेटर्स, आपकी ऑडियंस और आपके रीडर्स के ऊपर. So examiner will be able to get compliance with your first paragraph, and you have to make some extraordinary efforts to present your first paragraph. मैं सिर्फ do's and do nots को शेयर करूँगा, कौन सी चीज़ें करनी चाहिए पैराग्राफ के अंदर, कौन से पैराग्राफ में नहीं करनी चाहिए आपको. This is my first perspective and very strongest suggestions that express your theme as soon as possible. I use acronym of ASAP is as soon as possible. That express your theme. Okay, what is meant by that?
Your opinion?
Yes, express your theme as soon as possible. For example, now listen my questions and then look at my theory of writing that. A computer actually has been enormously created a social violence among young children, but we cannot deny the importance of the computers among young children as well. So what is your point of view? And I'm going to start my compositions and listen my paragraph very carefully. Yes, so a computer is a very tremendous technology, and it has vivid presentations which has devastating and good effects on young children, and young children who actually that are going to be build their brains at the initial stages, and in my point of view that these minds should be given a very restless training. Okay, अभी तक आपको ये नहीं पता चला होगा कि मैं कहना क्या चाहता हूँ. मतलब मैं ऑडियंस को बता ही नहीं पा रहा कि मैं पिछले 2 मिनट से क्या कह रहा हूँ और मेरा मकसद क्या है इस पूरी डिस्कशंस के अंदर ना. अब now compare with my other paragraph that now listen my another paragraph and try to assume that who actually presented his theme more prolifically. For example, people may disagree with me, but I believe that computers usage among young children has kind of devastating effects, but we cannot deny from the importance of the computers equally. And I think that the importance of computer has a more advantage than its a disadvantage, which I think that everyone must understand, and I would like to prove in my preceding lines. So in these situations, I'll be more viable. I'm very much clear. I'm explicitly introducing my point of view. और मेरी audience को पता चल गया कि मैं क्या कहना चाह रहा हूँ और मेरा argument का presentations कहाँ पे होगी. So this is express your theme as soon as possible. Do not try to be like a historian. जैसे हम नैरेटिव में करते हैं या हिस्टोरियंस के तौर पे कंप्यूटर की हिस्ट्री बता दी है पूरी ना, बच्चे की हिस्ट्री बता दी है, उसके इवन के उसके सेरिलियम के बारे में बात करने लगे हैं, उसके मेंटल एफिकेसी की बात कर रहे हैं. अभी बताया नहीं है कि कंप्यूटर का यूजेज यंग चिल्ड्रंस के ऊपर प्रोहिबिट करना चाहिए या नहीं करना चाहिए. दिस इज इनफैक्ट दैट इवेंचुअलिटी. तो मतलब आपने अपना थीम कहते हैं ना अपनी रीडर को जितनी जल्दी हो सके बता दें. Do not prolong that. Plagiaristic. Plagiaristic means that are you familiar with the word plagiaristic? Plagiarism. Yes, copy paste. Plagiarism is here. Students normally अपने पैराग्राफ में ना एग्जामिनर का जो क्वेश्चन होता है उसको वैसे उठाते हैं और उसको वैसे लिख देते हैं, और ये कहते ना मतलब आपके मार्क्स लूज करने का अहम जरिया है. आपने कभी भी कहते ना वैसे क्वेश्चंस को उठा के वैसे लिखना नहीं है. हम जब बच्चे थे ना हमारे टीचर कहते कम से कम ये लिख दिया करो तुम्हारी अंग्रेजी पास हो जाएगी, क्वेश्चंस को कम से कम लिख दिया करो अपने. तो हम 2 मिनट तो क्वेश्चन लिखने में लगाते थे, आंसर लिखने के लिए हमारे पास 1 मिनट होता था. तो प्लेजरिस्टिक इज prohibited. आपने इसको पैराफ्रेज करना है, आपने कोशिश करनी है कि you need to employ more your own vocabulary, your own sentence structure, और आपका अपना ग्रामर होना चाहिए जिस पे आप उस स्ट्रक्चर को डेवलप करें। और मैं ये बार बार प्रैक्टिस करवाऊंगा आपसे, मैं बहुत सेंटेंसेस बोलूँगा अपनी एक्सरसाइजेस के अंदर, उस पे हर बच्चा अपने पैराफ्रेजिंग के अंदर उसको एक्सप्रेस करेगा। And don't be philosophical. Obviously, we have a huge debate on that. Don't be philosophical. Don't be making a historians and diachronical that is something is kind of a philosophical. Philosophy नहीं समझ आती argumentative compositions के अंदर। तो आपके पास टाइम की कमी है, आपके पास वर्ड्स की कमी है, तो obviously you need to understand this constraint and you need to present your argument effectively. Okay, so it's all about today's topic. Tomorrow मैं second paragraph की discussions पे आपको do's and do nots share करूँगा।